And I reminded myself at the beginning, yes, I'm recording. Okay. Oh, Chutney's still having a car problem. Okay. Margaret, is he still having issues loading?
Yeah, won't do it. We've tried everything. He just sits there. And Trifle, she'll jumps her paws up because she can't jump yet. And I don't know if it's his back legs, because he's not a jumper, I'll tell you that. He's like a big doofus. He's not a jumper. He would rather just sit. And so I don't know if it's just motion or just a little thing that he's done, because she doesn't seem to be able to encourage him. She'll go first and then he'll just sit there and look at her. Tried the food, I've get in the car.
Interesting. Like what are you doing? That kind of.
Yeah. I get in the car, I'll go thing, and Trifle sitting there looking at him like, come on.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
he just says, nope, I'm not doing it. But once, and he's getting to be I finally this morning got him to put his paws up so I could pump him up into the car, because he's getting to be a weight now. But yeah. Now my son said that he got in his car okay. I don't know if it's lower, but I've tried the back seat, I've tried the front seat, I've tried the back of the car. He's just not particularly interested. And this happened like an overnight thing. It wasn't something that he just stopped one day.
Yep.
So, so we just keep at it, keep looking for things.
Yep, that's all you can do.
And I'm trying to hopefully Trifle will take the lead, because she sees the lead and she is ready to go. She knows where she's going.
Okay. Yeah, I would just keep working on it. I mean,
yeah.
Laura, you suggested ginger snaps. Were you talking to Margaret or somebody else?
I think it was Deb Jacobs that mentioned about ginger snaps. If he's not liking getting in the car because he's motion sick or motion sensitive.
Yeah.
Some dogs just have kind of a iffy stomach when they're in the car.
Yeah.
And
he's never thrown up or anything, so.
Well, that's good. And that may not be the issue.
Yeah. Might just be stubborn.
Will he get in the car and just sit there with you?
Oh, he's fine once he's in the car. He sits, he gets in, he sits down like he's told. When I open the car, he sits down and he waits, and so does Trifle. And then I'll unload them. I'll make them sit there and wait for a bit before I even let them get out of the car. And then they're ready to go, and he jumps out. He'll come out the car by himself, but going in it, no. You can't.
Do you put him in the car first?
Sorry?
Do you put him in the car first?
I put Trifle usually.
Do you put Chutney in the car first? Because Ebony would not get in the car if Savvy was already in it. But if Savvy wasn't in the car, Ebony had an easier time getting in.
Yeah, no, this is even when she's not around. Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a mind block on it.
Yep, I would keep working at it.
I'll have to find something. Yeah, he'll get over it.
One thing about the unload and wait that we talked about a long time ago. A thing we talked about a long time ago with unload, with having them wait, tug on their leash while they're still waiting. Sue Napier was saying lots of times for her with the chair and the dogs, there's some tugging that goes onto the lead before she's actually ready for them to unload. So tell them to wait and kind of give and this is for all of us that are working with them. Give it a little
chutney loading. This has to do with unloading.
Yeah.
Right. Give them a tug and then give them the command
Yeah.
to actually unload.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Keep working at it, Margaret. He'll get it. Cause
Yeah, he will.
He'll get it back.
He's a smart boy.
Yeah. Juan, you got a question regarding on-leash aggression.
Yeah, so I don't know if you remember, I called you a couple weeks ago when I got Tonga, a 4-month-old puppy, and he would start playing, he would get aggressive with my dog. You told me to just keep his leash on while he was playing, then settle him and separate them. He's been great with my dog now. But I took him to the vet, larger male dog, and on walks, anything larger than him, he starts growling, the hair on his back stands up, he gets into a very defensive posture. I can kind of settle him by just telling him to settle and petting him, but he'll still continue to show sort of aggression, but it only happens when he's on leash now.
So I would tell him in no uncertain terms, you leave it, and be very firm with him, and then keep walking. Like it sounds like you're outside when you see big, like, just do not, yeah. So Hess has that sometimes. And I will be, that is not even a thing. I just let them know. And he's only 4 months. So when you have a very firm voice, and you are like, and I would even give him a little tug on the leash, on the collar. That's not something we do. And then continue on. Like I wouldn't necessarily sit and watch this dog. I would just go about your day.
Okay, so while walking, we kind of just walk away from the situation. But the other situation was at the veterinarian's where we were just sitting there and we kind of had nowhere to go. That's where I tried to settle him, and he kind of calmed down by sitting, but he was still showing the aggression.
So, well, one thing you don't want to do when he's doing that is you don't want to pet him.
Okay.
And that kind of reinforces, I'm petting you. Oh, you're doing, if you can get up and walk out and give him a break for a second, but I would still let him, even in the vet's office, it's okay to be firm with your dog. It's okay to be like, no, that's not a thing. I've even had to close his mouth and let him know, nope. Because we certainly don't want them. He's so little. I don't know if he's only 4 months. So I don't know if he's sensing that dog is bigger, but I would definitely let him know that that's not something that's okay.
Yeah, it's only been with larger dogs, because that same day at the vet, there were a bunch of little dogs around us, no issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Keep at it. And it's funny that he's doing that at 4 months, maybe just showing he's a tough guy. I don't know. Victor gets neutered tomorrow, any tips and tricks? Yay.
Well, he's two and finally getting neutered. So we've been, he likes my pillows on my couch. So yeah, we're ready for him to get neutered.
So one of the things you might notice is he might have a little bit more bruising than when we neuter a younger dog. Hess was 15 months old, 18 months old, 20, no. He was older also. I don't remember how old, but he got really bruised. He was and I immediately called Ravenwood. I'm like, oh my God. And they're like, no, it's just, so that could be a thing. And you obviously have to keep him quiet for 10 days, which is really hard. But I did leash walk my dog. I don't let him run free, but I did leash walk him. So, yeah. So that's interesting. And Margaret, I don't know if you could see, but Samantha said that for Caliber loading, she loaded a couple of weeks after feeding her meals in every door of the car. I remember she was not loading, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it a try.
Nikki, with the give command, how do you correct when the object is dropped too soon and not actually handed to you? Okay, so we were having this issue with Quinn. So I started to anticipate. She had with the ball, she would have the ball in her mouth, and before she even got to me, she'd spit it out of her mouth. So I started, just as she was coming, I would start to say hold, and if I felt like she was going to do it, and I really paid attention, that's what I did. Hold, and I would, because they know the hold command. So hold it, get them to get to you, and then give. I also use don't release it, So yeah, that I can see where that might be a thing. Is that with Kermit?
Yeah, it's with Kermit.
Okay.
So I'll start using hold and see if I can get him to slow down because he just
And then,
pops it
yeah,
out right
I
in
would
front of
also
me.
give him items that he can just hold in his mouth for a minute or however long, just to build that duration. With everything we do, it's all about building duration. So duration for leave it, duration for downstay, all of that is just making it long, so it gets more and more, so they can do it for longer. So hold, how long can he hold something? And like, look at that dog on the thing that has a little basket in his mouth. He's holding a holy mat the whole time. So,
Thank you.
so just, yeah, keep practicing that and he'll get it. Yeah, it took Quinn a little while, and I don't even know where she got that from. She just started like spitting it out of her mouth. So yeah, keep working at it, and let him know he's got to hold it till he gets to you.
Okay.
Oh, if you know bigger, friendly, low, reactive dog, let him meet them. Oh, if you know a bigger, friendly, low. So I think this is to Juan. So Juan, if you know a bigger dog that you know is not going to react to Tango, is it Tango you have?
Yeah, Tonga.
Well, your dog is bigger, right? Isn't your dog bigger
Yeah.
at home?
Yeah, I've got a 60-pound lab.
Yeah,
It's just when he's outside and on leash.
Interesting. Okay, so do you
So-
know somebody who has a bigger dog?
No, actually, I just moved up to Jacksonville a few months ago. So
Okay. Well, that would be a consideration. You know, maybe your vet can give you, like, maybe the next time you're in the vet's office. I don't know. Yeah, that's so taking him, just exposing him to other dogs and letting him know that growl and that the way he's reacting is not okay.
okay.
So I've said this before, we walk, because Hess doesn't always go to other dogs, we walk outside the perimeter of the dog park so that Hess can see the dogs, but he can't get to them. And we just walk around and we talk about the dogs and all the different colors they are. And so, yeah.
Okay, so just a little more exposure then.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. And be firm with him when he's reacting. Be firm.
Okay.
Don't let him get away with that in a second. So Anne's
Okay,
got
perfect.
Denim. Wow, Denim is 78 pounds. I bet you he's beautiful. Ooh, Anne, you're on. Can you show us him? Can you let us see him? What if the dog is not interested in treats? Then you're not getting the right treats. Keep trying different things. Come here, Sabi. Wasabi. Hey. Yeah, if your dog's not interested in treats, you need to find something that they are interested in. Because there should be something out there, whether they're little pieces of hot dog or just something that's different, that has something special in it. Yes, even Wendy eats Eileen's homemade dog treats. That's true. Thanks, Eileen. I did one time. They were very good. Oh, where is he? Oh, look it. Hi, Denim. So, and Laura has his brother, Wrangler. Yes, and he's dark like that. Oh, look at, hi, Denim.
Wrangler there? Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, he's gorgeous.
He's beautiful. There he is.
Oh, how about that? Oh my goodness gracious.
Excuse me for 1 second. Sabi, what are you doing? Why are you barking?
One, and there's another New Horizon service dog with me. We'd be happy to if you're someplace, I don't know where you are in Jacksonville, but I'm sure we would be happy to meet up with you somewhere. Has got Jumanji. I don't want to speak for her, but she's got Jumanji, so.
Okay, yeah, that'd be excellent, just to expose the puppy to other dogs.
Yeah, I literally I took Denim to the soccer park the other day because other people have dogs there and
Great.
there's lots of commotion and just to see how he fared, and he did well. I mean, he was interested in obviously what he saw, but it's a good practice opportunity.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking of just taking Tonga on an afternoon after work to Jack's Beach, because I know everyone walks their dogs there, and just kind of sitting and watching them go by.
well, let me know, because we're game to help whenever needed.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Excellent. I
so we'll get up
appreciate
to
it.
Jacksonville in the next few months as well. If you guys know of any place, a park or somewhere that would be good to do a training in, let us know. Because we're headed to Jacksonville in the next few months. So we just need a place. It can be an outside, it can be, I mean, it could be a mall. It's, you know, it's really, I don't know Jacksonville, so yeah, that would be helpful.
Okay.
Is there a lot of people in Jacksonville?
We're getting more.
Yay! Because I
Yeah.
would love. Oh, Wendy, I wanted to let you know. So today, Sage went and got her another shot, and she's barking. We've never seen her like this, but when she saw a homeless woman, she started growling and getting really aggressive towards her. So I was wondering, is there something we could do?
Well, it's all about, it's just about exposure. The more
Okay.
they're exposed to different, you know, even if you dress up in different things in your own house and like go in your closet, put on something different and come out, you know, like they need to see that, the puppies and the prison dogs. So they just need to be exposed to just all kinds of people. The other day, Laura came out with a hat on and Wrangler flipped out. She just had a brim hat on and Wrangler lost it. And he eventually adjusted, but at first he was like, what is that? And yeah. So I think it's all just about exposure. And also, hey, don't eat my phone. Nope, give me my phone. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Sorry, he's eating my phone. I lost my train of thought. Exposure. So yeah, just getting her out, and also when they do something that you know they shouldn't be doing, it would just be like if you were correcting a child. You say, leave it, and if you can walk away and come back to it again, it would have been great if you could have gotten her to go up to that homeless person. If the lady would have let you, just so she could see, look, everything is good.
Yeah, she tried to get close, and then Sage started baring her teeth and snarling. So I was like, okay, never mind.
Okay, I'm not making friends with that dog. Well, and
there
so
may have been a scent too with
Yeah.
a homeless individual
yeah,
that was unfamiliar and just didn't kind of set
Yep.
off her alarm bells. So
Yep.
that's a possibility too.
yeah. So yeah, because sometimes they respond to things and we're like, what is wrong? And a lot of it could be scent because they're very much moved by that. Okay. I'm just trying to write this down. But I would definitely, did you correct her? Like tell her?
Yeah, I feel like my voice went out the window and that's something I got to work with you on, Wendy. I feel like my voice went out the window with her. She turned to acknowledge me that she like, yes, I understand you're giving a command, but no, I don't want to listen to it, and then turn back kind of thing. So she knew the command. She's like, yes, I know. Because I was like, and I was like, Sage, sit. And then she just looked at me like, I understand, but I'm not listening. I'm going to keep going after this lady. Like she was lunging at her. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. So I would have walked away with her.
Okay.
And corrected her and gotten her back, like reset her. And then I would have tried it again. And I was like, hey, let's try it again. And because 9 times out of 10, if you re-expose them in a short period of time, sometimes it takes longer, but they've seen it once. Okay, now a few minutes later, now they're seeing it again. And they will make that adjustment. Not always, but very often that happens, especially with people. But like Laura said, it could have been a scent, could have been something that freaked her. Did the lady have a hat on or anything unusual?
Everything was unusual. Yeah, she like wore all black, big baggy clothes, yeah, it was definitely nothing Sage has ever seen before.
Okay.
For sure. And I think she also had a mental illness. So I think that kind of threw Sage off because she was talking to herself and walking around in circles.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of freaked Sage out.
Okay. All right. Well, that's like I said, it's all about the more things we can expose them to, the better they're gonna get at that type of thing. But we definitely
Yeah.
we don't wanna reward that behavior. So she's
No,
growling.
I've
We
never
don't wanna
seen her get
say,
aggressive like that before. So it was a little
Interesting.
concerning. I was like, I gotta let Wendy know about that. That was scary.
Yeah, I would just say, nope, leave it. And I would walk away and
Okay.
and get her reset and get her to do something that's positive.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I think she heard you, Wendy. She barked. I was like, thank you.
Okay, what else?
Hi, this is Dave. I'm with Jude. And when I'm walking Jude on the body leash, he is smelling something that he wants to sniff and jerking and pulling me almost over. And I'm a fairly big guy. I'm trying to figure out how to correct him and stay him focused on heel and not lunge and pull me.
Yes. So I told Shayna that I would get a video to you guys of some correction things you can do. I have not forgotten that. I just didn't get a chance to do it last night. So I will. But one of the things we do is, so if your dog is having problems walking on a leash, one of the things you can do is, we've talked about this on other trainings, is engage him before you go walk out the door. So have him pick up his leash, have him sit, have him down, like get him engaged in his commands before you even walk out the door. So he's already, okay, I'm in working mode, and then head out the door. And then at that point, if he's starting to pull, you might even want to practice against your wall. Like, yeah, we did it. So when we went to West Palm, the advanced trainer down there, Libby, had us practice the loose leash, but having them walk the dog next to the fence and us on the other side of them, so that they learn to be right next to you and not go far ahead of you and not drag you down. I hope that's somebody else's phone.
Sorry.
Don't think it's me.
That was me. I'm sorry.
Okay, nope. It used to be my phone would ring on my computer, and I think I thought I got it to stop, so I was like a little bit like, "Oh, is that me?"
Wendy,
Yes.
you were asking what Chutney does when I'm at work all day. I'll have to show you. I think I can reverse this. Yeah, here we go. Here's Chutney. That's his spot. And there's Trifle's spot.
Oh, nice. That's so good for them. Just all that activity.
Oh, they're fantastic at noise. I don't have to worry about that at all. Trifle a wee bit more sensitive than Chutney, but Chutney, you can do anything with him, and he doesn't. Noises don't bother him at all.
Good.
Yeah, they're very, very popular in the salon. They're very popular.
I want to come to the salon.
Yeah, everybody comes in for their dog therapy.
Yeah. Oh, I'll bet.
Yeah. He's just followed me in. If I'm wherever I'm at, that's where Chutney's at.
Yeah. Oh,
He's a good boy. He's a great boy.
Big. He's so big. Wow.
He's big. Yeah, he is big. Yeah, he's a big boy. He is.
You need to load, buddy.
He's just such a big boy. What's that?
I said, Chutney, you need to load.
Yeah, he's a good boy. But Trifle, she's a little instigator. She's a piss pot at times.
Well, that's what you get.
But they're very good. Eh?
So that's what you get with a girl.
Yeah, I know. She is all girl. Yeah.
That's
so.
Okay.
But everybody is excited when they come in. The first thing they ask for is, "Where are the dogs?"
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Other questions? Linda Wilson, who do you have now?
I have Kendo. I got him fixed on Monday.
Oh, okay.
He's 19 months old and he weighs 85 pounds.
Okay. And
but before I got him fixed, I've had him 2 weeks, I guess, just about 2 weeks. But I took him to my dog sitter when I had something I had to do that he couldn't attend.
Uh-huh.
And she has a female Dobie that's about 11 or 12 years old. And he proceeded to poop in front of the kennel where the Dobie was. Not only once, but then I went over there for dinner and took him, and he did it again.
No way.
I'm not kidding you. He doesn't poop in here ever, but right in front of the kennel.
He's a golden, isn't he?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. He's a nice, big, beautiful golden.
Wow.
Come on. But
So weird.
I didn't know if that's going to go away from because I got him fixed, or if it's him showing his masculinity. I mean, it is a female Dobie, but
fixed.
She's been fixed forever, and she's old. So I don't know, but it upset my friend quite a little bit, and she's my dog sitter. She's
I
like,
was gonna say she's not going to want to be friends with you anymore, Linda.
well, anyway, so that's
Wow.
that, and the fact that he doesn't respond to treats. Okay, so I'll get different treats, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, you were the treat. Okay, yeah, I would definitely. Because
He just has nothing. I mean, I show him a treat. He's like, he doesn't even want it. I mean, I've got all kind of dog treats here, but nothing.
Have you tried hot dogs?
I have not tried hot dogs. I'm kind of
Exactly.
a vegetarian myself, so I don't have that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
around, so-
yeah, no, I get it. Yep. Or
But
even
I can
pieces of
break
chicken.
down and buy a package of hot dogs if that'll
Pieces
work.
of chicken. I mean,
And when I get him to give the ball, he literally turns his head away. Completely turns his head away. He does not want to give me the ball. I mean, he turns away like I can't even. I've never had a dog do that.
Huh.
It's very odd.
Well, you're going to have to be a little bit more firm with him and not allow him to. And maybe get a treat that drives him a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like chicken, they like chicken.
Okay.
It
Well,
just might be that he's not interested in dog treats. He wants something more.
I guess. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Interesting.
And when he gets in the car, he would jump in the front seat, and I've got that under control, I think. Now.
Somebody said peanut butter. Yeah. Or treats with peanut butter in them.
Okay.
Yeah. Or sometimes I'll take a bone and put peanut butter at the end of it.
Oh yeah, I do that and throw him in the freezer. I did that for Chewbacca. He loved that.
Yeah.
But I haven't done that with this dog yet because I gave him a complete meaty bone when I first got him. He didn't touch it. Didn't even touch the whole, fresh meaty bone that you can get at Publix and stuff like that. The ones with the meat stuff in it. He didn't even touch it.
So Laura said maybe use another ball as the treat, or Etta said cheese.
He does like cheese because I do eat cheese, and he knows when I'm eating cheese.
Okay.
He's right there looking.
Yep. And Libby uses chicken livers.
Well, I have those dried liver treats, but he doesn't care about.
Oh, so maybe cheese. I mean, I wouldn't give him a lot of cheese, but little tiny, might be enticing enough.
Yeah, I'll get some cheap cheese for
to
him.
get him to turn his head. Oh, look at Victor. He's beautiful. Such a handsome boy.
They're all beautiful, I think.
He's come a long way, hasn't he, Dina?
Oh my gosh. I mean, in January, I was like crying. I'm like, this dog's never going to leave the house. He goes to BJ's and Costco and Sam's Club. And he's still skittish. At some point he still will be like, what? I'm out. But yeah, I mean, he just needed a lot of love. And that's what we've been doing a lot with him, is just getting him used to that. But
good. That's
he's a good
great.
boy.
Yeah. Yep. Anybody else? Any questions? Concerns, things that are going on? Yes. Go ahead,
I have
Valerie.
a question because I'm seeing you guys talk about peanut butter and cheese, and I read the manual and it was like no people food. So I haven't used any kind of people food to entice Conan to do anything
Those
at all.
really only as a last resort.
Okay, because I've just taken I got myself like a little fanny pack. My friends are making fun of me now because I'm like the dog lady with the fanny pack. And I just put some of his kibble in it. Like I took him to work yesterday, and over the weekend, he saw balloons in my neighbor's yard and lost his mind. Like balloons are like a no. So of course I walk into our end of year faculty meeting and there are balloons everywhere to celebrate. So he barked and growled, but then I kind of just made him go buy the balloons, and like I gave him a treat when he was willing to get closer, and then I kind of played with them a little bit, and by the end he seemed totally fine with them. But okay, so the food is only absolute last resort.
Yeah, I only use peanut butter or those, or if it's a special treat, but it's not on a regular basis. Mostly my dogs will respond to just regular dog treats, but there are some dogs that won't. They're not enticed by those. And so then we have to find other things because.
Right, okay, yeah.
if we wanna
Conan
keep
seems
them in
very happy to get a piece of kibble.
Okay,
Very.
so that would be the suggestion that you start with their kibble.
Right.
And see if that's enough. And then if it's not, then you go to other things. Yeah.
And I haven't been doing that with everything, but I wanted him to be willing to get closer to the balloons and see that they were like not a threat. So,
So you took them today with you?
Yesterday was our end of year faculty meeting. So he
Okay.
was there with me the whole time. He was really good during the 2-hour meeting.
Yay. Good.
But he was really good. He just laid down. So my other question though is like, I'm sorry, I don't know everybody's names, but talking about the salon and how everybody's like happy to come in and see the dogs. So of course I have this gorgeous dog with me and everyone's like, I want to pet him. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, good for you.
So, but like, I mean, are there times where it's okay for me to, as long as he's like sitting and calm, to say like,
As
yeah,
long
sure,
as
you can
he's
pet him.
calm. As long as that's the thing though. The dog has to be calm. The dog has to earn the right, because they will. Our dogs are very affectionate. And, when I first got Hess would pull towards people. So now he knows better. Now he knows he can only make a friend if I let him. And very often I just don't, just because. But sometimes, like today, I took him to school with me, and a few people he got to make a friend with because he was very good. But I don't always. And part of that is, if our dogs are pulling towards people, we should not be letting them make a friend, because it's becoming a problem. When they go into advanced training, it's becoming a problem because then they want to make friends with everybody. So you pick and choose.
Okay.
And
he's good when I'm like walking and we're like headed somewhere. Then he doesn't care about people. But if I stop to talk to someone, then he's like, oh.
Yes.
So this is an opportunity for me.
Yep.
So
if he's behaving, he could, but if he's not, if he's pulling towards the person, I would be like, nope, not this time. Sorry.
Yeah, I told I like let people, when he was like sitting and in a down and they walked up and he didn't seem interested in them and they asked, I said, yeah, okay, he's calm, that's fine.
Yep.
But like other people where he started looking at them, I was like, no, please don't touch him.
Good.
Okay.
Yep, that's perfect.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure I'm doing that part right.
Nope, that's perfect. Yep, good question. Yep. Somebody said going on a road trip in a few weeks, any special toys or treats to make it easier for Caliber? So it sounds, Samantha, like she is doing better in the car.
Yeah, her Amex number, or also her credit card number to call, but I don't call the Amex, but the credit card number I could probably try. If
For
not,
what?
I'll take to my Delta, get my number in there.
Mhm.
If not, I'll just go to the airport, get an hour of free parking, I'll just go over there, and if they don't want to help me, I'll start screaming. I can do that, right?
Okay, Samantha, are you there?
Right, Tim?
Right, Robin.
I mean, they don't want to do it with me.
Okay. I had to mute some people. All right. Well, for anybody, I would find out what your dog likes, whether it's a stuffed animal, a toy, and if you're going for a long trip. Very often when I've traveled with my dogs, they just pretty much fall asleep, and they will sleep pretty much the whole trip. I mean, I do provide bones for them, things that they can play with if they want to, but I mean, there's not a whole lot of room for them to play in a vehicle. So if it's a road trip, you do want to have things for them. Okay, yes, but this is a long trip to Greenville. Okay, so I mean, I would take things that she likes, but pretty much I've had the experience that the dogs are just going to sleep. I mean, that's, they're not running around in the car because there isn't the room. I would make sure that you stop enough for them so that they have a chance to get out and go to the restroom and, walk for a little bit, but my experience, and I've traveled all the way to New York several times with lots of dogs, and to North Carolina, is that they spend the time sleeping or just laying there, like they know it's a road trip, and they don't get anxious or like panting unless they have to go to the restroom. And then I'm like, okay, I guess we need to pull over. But yeah, my dogs have done very well on my trips to New York. So, I just read what you wrote, Eileen. Yes. Yeah, I've had that discussion with the director a couple of times. So, so when your dog is out working, you really need to pick and choose when they're making a friend. I mean, I usually say if I'm at the grocery store and somebody says, "Oh, can I pet your dog?" I'm like, "No, I'm really sorry, they're working." I would just make those times few and far between, because it makes it difficult once the dog is placed with the recipient sometimes, because the dog is too friendly. So there's a happy medium in there somewhere.
Well,
So,
and I'm
go ahead.
sorry, Wendy, when we were changing the make a friend, it's just because while some raisers may have it under control, there are many where the dog became way too social.
Yes.
And that's
Absolutely.
why they wanted the dog to recognize more readily when he's working, when he's got that jacket on. His
Yes.
focus should be on you.
Yep,
not
absolutely.
picking friends.
Yes. Yeah, I had a little boy walk up to me yesterday, 2 days ago. I think I had Hess with me, and very nicely asked, "Can I make a friend?" And Hess, if just to look at him, he was acting perfect, but I knew he was excited about making a friend with this little boy. And I said, "No, sweetie, I'm sorry. Thank you for asking." And I just continued on my way. Don't be afraid to say no. And I would probably say no more than you do say yes. And mostly for the dog's sake, because their focus should be on their person, like Eileen said. I mean, I do allow the dog to make her, especially if somebody stops and wants to know about the organization, then I have the opportunity to tell them about the organization, and if they get to pet the dog, that even better chance. But you as a handler have to know when your dog is acting too excited to meet somebody, and then it should be so it should be more no, they can't make a friend, than yes, they can. And so for instance, Valerie, you're in a school, and if you took Conan with you, maybe in your classroom, you just take his vest off. I mean, that's what I do. Like, Hess kept his vest on the whole time today, but I didn't let him make a friend. I don't know if he made the friend. I think my assistant principal came in and he made a friend with her, but other than that, I just didn't let him. People came into my room and I was like, nope, go lay down, because I want him to know that it's on my terms, not on his. So I think that's something, just as handlers, we have to know that you don't have to let that dog make a friend with every single person that you come across. In fact, you shouldn't be. Their focus should be on you and what you want them to do. So making a friend is a special thing that they get every once in a while, not all the time. So what do we use for itching? Oh God, all the dogs are itching. Let's see, I started doing the topical flea treatment, but he's still itching. I see fleas and I check all the time, but is there something else? Oh, I wish I had a magic thing for you, Laura, in regards to the itching. I use oatmeal shampoo. During these hot summer months, can the dogs play? I think they can play in a kiddie pool. Yeah, we just don't want them in a pool. But yeah, I think a kiddie pool where there's water in it and they get to jump in it. And I don't see any reason that would be a problem. You're just not putting them in a pool. And also that everything they do should be on your terms. If you say no, nope, then they don't get to go in. If you allow them, then, as long as they realize that you're in charge. So back to the itching, yeah, I wish I had a quick, because a lot of us are dealing with that. Just, don't necessarily see fleas. It's just they, you know, are itching their sides and their backs and their butts. And you know, a couple people have suggested to wipe their feet off after they come inside. I know Laura got a cup thing where you put their paws in. I mean, you know, it may just be a season of itching that they're going through. And because I know up here in Central Florida, we've not had rain in a while. And I think that probably doesn't help. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if anybody comes up with a remedy that helps with all the itching that our dogs seem to be having, let us know, because I'm seeing it too. And yeah, he's not itching right now. Well, he's not doing it. So yeah. All right. Any other questions? I don't see any in the chat. No. Anything else? Anything for the good of the group?
Wendy,
Yes.
do you use the topical flea treatment or the pill that you give them?
I use the pill.
You do, and you think that's better?
I don't know. I'll let you know, because I normally don't give them flea medicine, but I know I found a flea on Wasabi, and I'm like, okay, everybody's getting treated. So I treated
Right.
everybody. Now
That's what happened to me.
So
But I
don't
use the topical one.
Yeah, no, I use the pill. So, but I hadn't used a flea medicine in probably a year, only because I didn't need it. But then I noticed there was itching going on and little Wasabi had, and I'm like, okay, well, everybody's getting it. So since then, it's definitely better. Yeah, and sometimes if they have like a raw spot that they're itching, like Hess has a tendency to get hot spots, I'll use the Gold Bond, and that seems to help the itching. It soothes it. But if they like, sometimes Hess is just itching and he's not even itching anything per se. He's just itching. I'm like, what are you doing? So I don't know if it's just like, I don't know, a nervous habit. You know how people play with their hair? I don't know. I mean, I think there's some of our dogs generally have, like, they're allergic and there's all the pollen and everything. But I think sometimes it's just something they do. I don't know. That's what I kind of found with Hess. Sometimes it's because he has a hot spot and it's bothering him. And other times I think he just wants to twirl his hair. I don't know.
Wendy,
that's my take.
for itching, I have a tube of something called Calmaceptin.
What is
and
it?
It's like Calmaceptin, CALMACEPTIN. And basically it's zinc oxide with some menthol and calamine in it. And you can get it over near the adult diapers because it can be used for, chafing all kinds of things.
Oh.
And I will tell you that I recently had a shingles outbreak, and it was the only thing that it deadened the nerves, and it was like wonderful. And so Bowie has had a couple of spots. He's had the injection for Cytopoint.
Right.
But when he would start itching, I put just a little dab of Duyu on the spot where it hadn't broken through the skin or anything like that. And he didn't bother it again for 3 days.
Oh, wow.
And it's just like, putting on medication for diaper rash and stuff.
Can you type the spelling of that in the chat?
I sure can.
Oh, somebody just asked. Yes. Yep. Yeah, always looking for stuff that just helps them. Okay, Calmaceptin. Okay, I almost had that right. Okay.
Oh, here.
Oh, and look at Dina put in a link. Okay, there it is. Calmaceptin. Okay. Okay, spelled with an S. Oh, cool. Okay. All right.
It's not magic, but we found, like, if you can catch these things really early,
Yeah.
and then just from me, myself, and I, knowing how much relief I got from it, and it was better than Benadryl spray. So, and I'm not a calamine user, but had the stuff, and I figured, what did I have to lose? Now we watch him so he doesn't lick it. I don't want him
Right.
ingesting it.
Yeah.
But if he can just break that itch cycle, it helped us.
Okay.
And it's over the counter.
Okay, good. All right, well, if nobody has any more questions, continue working, all of you, on that leash walking. Our goal is always to have a nice loose leash and let the dog know that we're in charge, we're their handler. I know that everybody is working hard on that, and some of our dogs just do it, and some of them need extra special attention. Keep exposing
Wendy,
that.
I have a comment for Valerie. Yeah, I have a comment for Valerie.
Okay.
I have Conan's brother, Blackjack. They are half Dane. They have some of the Dane characteristics, like they like to put their feet on you. So I'm not teaching Blackjack to shake because he's got big feet. And so there's a few things like that because of the Dane part of them, you just kind of have to go with it. And sometimes they will do things in what's called Dane time. It's kind of, they do it when they feel like it. So you just kind of have to work around that. But I'm so glad that you've got
I know all the
Conan.
lab
Thank you.
things because I have a lab, but I don't know the Dane things at all. But he does like to, if I'm sitting next to him, put his paw on me.
His 100-pound paw on you.
I mean, it's enormous. It's, but okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's a normal thing for a.
He
Yeah,
puts
that's
his
a
head
normal
on my
thing for a
lap a
Dane.
lot too. Like he
Yeah.
always wants his head on my lap,
Yeah.
which I think is like
Yes, he
adorable.
does that.
Yeah, that's sweet.
And
Huh.
And he's been handled, both the three dogs have been handled since they were babies by kids of all ages and adults of all ages. So they're very people oriented.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure what his reaction to like small children would be, so. Because we have not come across a small child.
Well, he was 8 weeks when I left he should be okay with them,
Yeah, well, try it and see.
I think.
Yeah, I already asked a friend with little kids. I was like, I'm
Okay.
gonna bring them over one day. Your children are the test children.
There you go. Nikki.
But just be careful that he doesn't knock them over.
Oh yeah, well, they're not that tiny.
Just be careful he don't knock them over.
Yeah, no, I'll have them on the leash.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
Wasabi, I think, is also 34 pounds, right, Laura? Isn't that what he was? Oh, 36 pounds. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, yes, he's getting big. He's getting big. I can still pick him up, but he is getting big. Yes. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. And I'll make sure that Kate gets you the June schedule out because June is right around the corner. So, and there is a training where is it, Laura? Tell us about the training for Orlando / Tampa people, that area.
Okay, June the 26th, it's a Saturday. It's going to be a little shorter. We're making arrangements for a Volusia County fire station and a west side. It's actually Buena Vista area fire station, so that maybe some of our Tampa people could come. It's going to be about an hour from us in Lake Mary to get down there. It's going to be about an hour for you all to come over from the North Tampa area. The firefighters are going to be in bunker gear. We're going to get them, they're going to do the sirens, the lights, and we've asked them if there is a unit that we can load the dogs or at least let them see inside a rescue unit. Because when they're with a client, they can be transported with their client. And we had a fire alarm at the West Palm Hotel one of the nights that we were there, and we had dogs going, what? So we decided that maybe we should expose them before there was a hotel alarm at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so you guys in Jacksonville, that and even down south, that's something you could arrange your, like, that's not something we have to do. Like, if you could call a fire department near you or somewhere and ask them if they'd be willing to have some dogs come over, and then just let Kate know, hey, we're going to be at this fire station and they're going to do whatever. That would be great if you guys could set that up. So yeah.
I was literally about to ask the opposite, be like, which one's closer to Jacksonville for Sage and I to drive
The
to?
DeLand one would be closer for you all.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're looking at DeLand, which is Volusia County.
Right.
And that would be closer for you all. It's still gonna be almost 2 hours, probably, hour and a half.
Where are you, Carlina?
I'm in Jacksonville, but like,
Okay.
you know, since I work from home, we just want Sage to be around as many other dogs as possible.
Right.
So
Well, I mean, that's a possibility because we do have quite a few raisers and recipients in the Jacksonville area. So
And Etta, yes, we've asked them to wear their bunker gear. The bunker gear smells funny. And for dogs that are reactive to smells, because it smells like smoke, it smells like whatever fire has been on those or in the smoke has been in them. So yes, they're going to be in bunker gear with the respirators. It's basically it's their gig they do with the kindergarten set, only without the stop, drop, and roll.
okay. All right. So thank you and keep working. Shayna, I will get a video to you. And I will also put my number in the chat. I've had a few of you text me. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to text me. And I will get back to you as soon as I can. If it's a medical question, you need to call the office. And you can still talk to Kate and she'll direct you to me if she needs to, but I definitely, if it's medical, call the office. Otherwise, thank you, everybody. Thank you for your questions and we will see you soon.